Well, thank you for joining us.
All right.
First of all, coffee order, flat white. Oh,
Yeah.
Is that always your order?
Yeah, it is, and you act like you got me. You just pressed one button on the free coffee machine in the canteen. So, but I appreciate it, mate. Yeah.
No, of course. I always want to make our guests feel comfortable when we're
Yeah.
coming into these situations.
Distinctly average coffee, like this interview would probably be.
Yeah, well, we're still getting through the old beans. We've got a new deal with missing beans. So
Okay. Oh, sorry, mate.
but we're still getting through
Alright.
their coffee at the moment. Are you big into your coffee?
I do like my coffee. Mate.
Yeah?
Yeah. 2 kids, mate. You got to drink coffee, haven't you?
But are you into it to the point that you know like what the different flavours are, or are you just like...
No, but I buy nice beans from my coffee machine at home because if you don't, it doesn't work.
Have you got the full works at home?
Yeah, got the old scusher, whatever you call that.
It's definitely not called discussion, so you don't know anything.
That's cool, mate. Hopper and milk frother and all that behaviour, yeah. Shout out Sage Coffee Machine.
You trying to get a discount?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm shouting out missing bean as well. we're both open for deals here. We're sitting having a chat on a Friday. Usually it means that we've got a game to look forward to at the weekend, but we don't.
No.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very strange. I think it's good we've got the game on Tuesday because it feels like it's... Honestly, our weeks, I don't know how you feel, but like our weeks just work off where the game is. So for me, today's like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because then you got Wednesday tomorrow, and then you got Thursday, Friday, game Tuesday. Do you get what I mean? Which would be game Saturday. I know that makes no sense, but
it does.
You just work it like match day -3, match day plus whatever. But yeah, the weekends kind of they only feel like a weekend when the game's on, so it's a bit strange.
Yeah. Do you, since we've not got a game, are you going to try and make the most of it?
Well, it's the same as having a Wednesday off, got a Saturday off. I am actually going to go to Warwick Castle. Shout out Warwick Castle.
You're not going to discount it.
I've never been, so I'm going to take the kids to Warwick Castle. So yeah, hopefully it's nice there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good coffee.
How old are your kids?
3 and 1.
3 and 1, okay.
Yeah.
So do you find it hard to try and find time when you've got the schedule that we've had?
Yeah, it is hard to find quality time because you have some time obviously after training or like go after Burnley, getting at 3 a.m. So you know you got a bit of time on the Wednesday, but you're very tired. So yeah, it is hard, but you get used to it and try and make the most of your days off when you get them.
Yeah, this is actually before 10 o'clock, which is when it gets announced that you're up for goal of the month as well.
Right. Okay.
So
okay.
We've got 13 minutes until that comes out.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great nomination. I know you're probably not going to win it,
No.
but
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
But still, nice recognition, and probably just more to the point of like where you're at with your form at the moment and how you've been playing. It's probably a recognition of that as well.
Yeah, it's nice to chip in with a goal. I think it has been quite humbling for me because loads of the young players here, to be honest, a lot of the squad think that that's the only good goal I've ever scored in my career. So my ego's been bruised quite a bit. I've pointed them to YouTube quite a few times, but I don't think they've gone on there. But it's something that, joking aside, previously in my career, other than the last 2 years, I've played a little bit deeper. I've always scored goals, and been a bit of a drought, but nice to get one. Away at Plymouth would have been nice if it had been the winner, but no, I've been enjoying my football and nice to get back to the level and I know I can play at. I've played at the majority of my career.
Mm-hmm. You say YouTube is not VHS, anything like that?
Yeah, camcorder. I've got them all on a camcorder somewhere.
So you're talking about then getting back to the level where you know you can get to. The first part of you then coming into the club, was it a challenge for you?
Yeah, it was. I think I came in under probably high expectations and expectations that were fair from myself as well. And then there was goals that I just, you know, it was a tough period. Probably one of the toughest periods I've had for me coming somewhere and then it not going the way I wanted to. I think unfortunate with some aspects of goals that were going in, and but you just have to stick at it and be resilient, and that's what you have to do. And you're experienced and you've played a lot of games. Eventually it turns, and it has turned, and you know the manager's played a big part in that as well. And I think yeah, the team in general, you look at a lot of players are playing a lot better now. So long may it continue.
Is he doing anything to get the best out of you?
No, I wouldn't say specifically. He just knows he knows his players. He's obviously managed against me loads of times. Nothing's changed. I think sometimes you just need fresh eyes, and we needed a change, and it came at the right time. And sometimes as players, it's just that little bit that you need to improve the form. And yeah, I think the team's done a lot better.
Mm-hmm. One thing I've noticed in recent games, you've probably always had it in your career, but in recent games,
Where are you going here?
you seem to be getting in and amongst it a little bit more than normal, and particularly with those going over and taking those long throws and getting an earful from the fans. Yeah. Do you kind of relish that a little bit?
Yeah, again, it's something that I've done throughout my career. I think I'm a very different person off the pitch than I am on the pitch. On the pitch, I like to be ultra competitive, fire in the belly. I like to have that battle with opposition players, and when opposition fans give you stick, it's brilliant. I think when it's your own fans, it's not so good. But when it's opposition fans, and that's what you're doing something right. I think if the opposition are giving you some stick, and yeah, there's been a few little battles recently. That's something I've always had in my game, and I've had to fight for a career and fight for everything. So on the pitch, I'm going to do that, and I enjoy doing that side of the game.
Does it feel like a positive place around here at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been really positive, but also it's been calm and nothing's got carried away. No one's got carried away. I think after losing against Burnley now, we've got to show what we can do after losing a game, because like anything in football, when it's going well, everyone's spirits are high. Everyone's full of confidence, and it's easy to be, leaders and be positive and that when it's going well. It's when it's not going well that you have to show your true characteristics.
We've not announced it yet properly, but we can probably mention it a bit here. Working with the Baton of Hope, who you work as an ambassador for, they're going to come in, work with the players, work with the coaching staff, provide suicide prevention training.
Yeah.
That seems really an important step.
Yeah, incredible step. I think if we can be that club and be the club that takes up this campaign, which we are, to show that we're looking after our own staff, players, behind the scenes staff, and then hopefully supporters as well in the future. I think then why can we not be, pioneers in this to try and help as many people? Because suicide prevention is something that if you get it into the workplace, it spreads, and it literally is a word of mouth thing. Where out of nowhere people start talking a little bit more, and you take suicide as the end worst case. If you can stop it as soon as possible, which these conversations is what happens, then we don't ever have to get to that point where you have to prevent someone from taking their own life. So yeah, it's brilliant. I'm really excited for what the future holds. And
have you found the group in here with the players being really receptive since we started the campaign and having conversations with you a bit more?
Yeah, so when we did the original campaign, I had 4 or 5 messages from the lads that obviously didn't know anything about it, but also then explaining their own situations over the last few years and little times where they've had poor mental health. And this is why these conversations are so important, because it's not always like, oh, I feel like I want to take my own life. It's actually these little steps right at the start that these really heavy and deep and emotional conversations start, and then you can put people in the right direction, or you can just talk to each other. I've had a few players here that have spoke to me, and we've had honest, candid conversations that I'd like to think have helped both of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot to come in that space, so it'll be exciting to share that going forward. We're about to get kicked out of this room for a meeting, so we better wrap this up, Will. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks.
Cheers.
All right, mate.